Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're trying Eric Church's new whiskey. He's broken off from Jack Daniels. Now he's got his own thing going. It's called Jypsi. We'll be talking about that. My name is Steve Akeley. We're here at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar. I'm joined by Darren McCroy and Jim Fosnot. How's it going, guys?
Great.
Going good. How about yourself, Steve?
Good. So this should be fun. So it's a premium whiskey. We're talking about a retail price of $200 for a bottle. So we have not tasted it. We got the media kit, which was the media kit was spectacular, by the way. Probably the best one I ever got. It's like an old Prohibition type of thing. It's a book where it's cut out and it's actually in the book. Very cool stuff. Ari Sussman's associated with this brand. I got a lot of great respect for him. He's a good guy. He's kind of a for-hire guy, whether you need a blender or master distiller, whatever it is, he can do it all. And he's involved in the brand, which is very cool stuff and couldn't be a better guy. But we'll talk more about Jypsi after the break. For right now, Darren here says there's something he want to talk about. What is that, Darren?
So I know you guys notoriously hate country music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't stand it.
Right.
What is the closest thing to country music, song-wise, artist-wise, that you guys like?
I think that you could pull many songs from Johnny Cash that are actually good. And he's a 100% country guy. He is, but you listen to Ring of Fire and stuff like that. To me, it's crossover. Our country purists may say, well, that's country and you like country. Well, then I guess I like country because I do like some of the stuff Johnny Cash did.
I'm a Charlie Daniels fan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
Kind of the country rock. And Allman Brothers, I feel, kind of falls
Allman
in there
Brothers,
as
well. Yeah.
What about Alabama?
No,
don't like Alabama?
I don't like them. No.
I figured that might have been the crossover point.
No.
But, because I see them as more rock than country as a country music fan. Okay. Yeah. And so...
Well, you're wrong, but you're wrong. You'll figure it out.
Led Zeppelin has a country song. They did a lot of different things. And they have a country... Hey, what can I do?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they have one country song. They also have, reggae song. They have a reggae song. So they did a lot of different things. They push themselves as artists. And, so when you get some of those things, I like it. I like George Jones, his the song he did about the moonshine.
Yeah,
that's White Lightning. I think that's actually a good song. That definitely falls under country, but it's good.
There's a few songs out there that are fine.
Right.
It's just not a genre that I
can
pay attention to or listen to. You could give me free concert tickets I wouldn't go.
No.
By the way, I got offered free tickets many times in my last job, and I'm like, I'll pass.
Well, like this guy, Eric Church. I have no interest in what he does or anything like that. If he's got good whiskey here, I might like him as a whiskey guy. But I'm not into his music.
Yeah.
And
sure.
by the way, this is one of the people that when I was with my previous employer, I could have gone to, and I passed up and gave them to someone else.
Those are great concerts, Eric Church concerts.
Really?
They're just fun. Like he's a party guy.
How is he? Is he like Co Wetzel? Now I have seen Co Wetzel. I hate country, but McNeil was coming to town, wanted to go, and I said I would go. And Co Wetzel as a performer I mean, yeah, he's just a party guy, and he was okay to watch. I mean, and it was funny for me just watching the crowd. I don't know. It's the country crowd is a funny crowd.
Yeah.
And most of these country artists, as people, like I see them interviewed, they're probably my kind of people. Like I
they're
like them.
good people.
You would love Eric Church,
right? It's just not my style of music. So nothing against what they're doing. It's just not me any more than you're never going to find me listen to much on the way of rap or whatever else. It's just they may make some great music in their genre. It's just not a genre for me.
Yeah. Eric Church, I would say, is not quite Wetzel drunk on stage. he got really he gets plastered, but he also won't do anything with beer. He's drinking whiskey all the time while he's singing and stuff. So that's always.
Wetzel is the male equivalent of McNew. Like if McNew was a successful country artist, that's her up on the stage.
Yep.
She's
shit faces could be
right. Yeah. That was that guy up there. I mean, he's just having as much fun. And I don't think for a second. I mean, there's ways you could have iced tea in a glass or whatever. I mean, that guy was drinking the whole time. I think he was drinking whiskey up there. I really do. I think that guy he's the real deal.
Yeah.
And that's why McNew loves him. She thinks he's just great and all this. And,
I mean, he is great.
And he's doughy. He's not like a real fit guy or anything like that. Wetzel is kind of just.
He's the dad bod.
Yeah, it could be like the guy next door. Hang out with and drink and have fun. And
so Eric Church is probably an older version of Wetzel.
I don't even know Eric Church at all. The only reason Eric Church is even on the radio, I've never even heard of a song he's got. I've never even heard of him as an artist. I never knew he had a concert. Never knew he was in town in St. Louis. The only way I've ever even heard of him is I know he had that affiliation with Jack Daniels, which apparently obviously is over now. So yeah.
And again, it's nothing against them as people, just not what I choose to listen to. But it's. There's some great people out there that I seen interviews with and stuff like that. So more power to them. But just not for me.
Yeah.
So do you guys think Kid Rock is a country artist?
I think that he's a smart business person, and he realizes that that's a huge audience that you can tap into with some really shitty music, and you just embrace it. And I think he's doing that. I think Kid Rock is using it as the cash machine that the country music is. They're very untalented artists who play into a stereotype, and that's exactly what country music is. And those people eat that shit up. And he's just like, hey, here's what I can do to make some money. Fuck yeah. I'm Kid Rock. I'm going to make some money off that. So that's
you don't hate Kid Rock. I don't hate everything that he sings.
I don't hate Kid Rock at all. Matter of fact, I want him to get involved in the Wienermobile. I feel like Kid Rock was a tipping point with that Bud Light thing, and as soon as he was out there shooting up that Bud Light, things changed with that whole campaign. I want him to shoot up the Wienermobile or Oscar Mayer Wieners, so we can go back to call it the Wienermobile, not the Frankmobile. Fuck that Frankmobile. I like the Wienermobile. I want to stick with that. And I'll always call it the Wienermobile.
It'll always be the Wienermobile of my heart.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm impressed with Eric Church in one way here. The fact that he gets whiskey people involved and he turns over his whiskey brand to them. I feel like this sounds to me like it's going to be good. We'll talk about exactly what this is after the break. It's in the book part that they sent, and we'll have Jim read through that passage of what this is. And I think it sounds promising.
Back out.
I think it sounds different. Now, again, where I get caught up a little bit, $200 is that's pretty stout. But we're going to try it. The bottle's still sealed right now. We're going to go to the break with this sealed. We're going to pour it after the break, and we're going to taste it live on the air with you guys. So it should be fun. So
the other thing I kind of appreciate with him is he's walking away from a Jack Daniels deal, which just writing checks. Like he didn't have to do a damn thing, but just write checks. They were cashing in on his name, and he was cashing in on that.
Yeah,
and so
didn't have to do anything, no risk.
So to take a gamble, like what we're going to taste here, is significantly different than Jack Daniels. There's some way different processes going into that we'll discuss after the break, but. That's I mean, good on him. He wasn't just cashing checks because he could have just sat there and collected that money for how many years until
Yeah. So very interesting. What we're going to do next, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit more about this brand, what it is, and then we're going to get to tasting it. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We'll also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Paul Tomaszewski from MB Roland, and you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot and Darren McRoy. We are here at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar. We've got a whiskey here called Jypsi. Now, it's spelled Jypsi, and I guess it sounds like, Darren, based on the name, it's kind of strategic name because he's going to be utilizing different ways to get his whiskey and stuff like that, right? He's not affiliated with, hey, I'm always sourcing whiskey from this distillery. It sounds like he's going to be a gypsy. He's going to go out and find the best stuff.
Find the best practices in blending and barrel aging and source them and mix them all together. And
so it's kind of a cool name. It's not the traditional spelling of gypsy, which makes you think a little bit. You see this, you're like, what? Wait a minute, what does that even say? And then you're like, Jypsi. Okay, yeah, it's Jypsi. And then it makes sense when you hear the background. And Jim, what is this first offering? This is going to be the one that we taste. What is this?
So here's what we're going to taste. So this is a blended whiskey. So this is 70% Indiana bourbon made from 99% corn and 1% malted barley, distilled in Indiana and aged for 7 to 8 years.
Okay, we know that's MGP, right? Because I've heard of that recipe before.
MGP corn, typical recipe.
Yes, that's not unusual, that recipe. We've heard of that one before. Okay, what else we got in there?
And then we got 21% Canadian rye, made from 91% rye and 9% malted barley, distilled in Alberta, Canada, and aged for 20 years.
That's cool. That's really cool because I think that, there's a lot of bad Canadian whiskey out there, but if you find some of that old stuff, there's some really good stuff out there that can be had. I don't know what this is. This might be not good stuff. It could be great stuff, but it's good. It sounds like they did some work to search that, so I like that. That's good. Okay, what else?
And then the last 9% is 100% malted barley from Indiana, aged for 4 years.
Okay, and I assume that's also MGP. But yeah. So they do a little bit of that stuff. That's obviously not their specialty. That's not a recipe you see a lot. But yeah, I have heard that before.
But the ones of their 100% malted I've had, I love.
Oh, true.
True. Yeah.
I mean, we really like the one from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And that obviously might have been pulled from the same stock. So this could be interesting. So. Let's crack this. This is a fresh crack. Again, this is just a little 200 milliliter bottle. So let's see what we got here.
Nice crack.
Nice crack. It's actually
my back could use
a 100 milliliter bottle. I should have said, but it's very interesting. All right, everybody's getting a pour here. Okay, boys, there you go. Let's see what we got here now. $200 bottle of whiskey. It's got a lot. What's the proof? Did anybody look up the proof on this?
No,
I didn't.
I have no idea.
Proof
It's not on the bottle, so we know nothing about this.
I did
Again,
not see proof anywhere on my.
So we have
reading.
no idea what this is
No
proof rise. We have nothing.
I would say it's a nice light amber color.
Yeah, kind of nice, for sure. Anything in your research over there, Jim?
No, I'm looking at. There's a lot more notes in here that I didn't read ahead of time. So
Okay, he's that bottle. There's the bottle. What it's going to look like?
Nice looking bottle.
Bottle looks good. It's got a pedestal bottle.
Oh yeah,
Looks
That is
very
custom
nice.
glass.
Yeah, custom glass. So again, we don't have that. We have a sample bottle that was hidden in a book, kind of like you'd be sneaking something in during Prohibition, that type of thing. It was very cool. Like I said, the best media kit that I ever got was this one for sure. All right,
Yeah, something on proof.
No, that's interesting. There's nothing. You got a letter here too. There's nothing in there. What about on the back? There's more information there. Anything?
No, I didn't see
So we know
anything about
nothing.
the whiskey. A lot about the brand, but
We've done what we can do here, folks. So let's give this thing a nose and taste. I mean, the nose is good. I mean, smells.
it doesn't smell cast strength.
No, doesn't smell cast strength. Smells kind of single maltish.
A lot going on.
But there's still a little bit of things above the single malt, like fruitier notes and.
Okay. All right. Let's taste it. Let's see what we got.
It's interesting.
It is.
That's good. I like
That's
that.
some very good drinking whiskey.
Oh,
I'll say that.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really nice.
And it might have more proof than we were thinking.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
than the nose.
And it sticks around forever.
Yeah, because
I mean-
I was thinking it was gonna be like 90 or 80, but I
It's
don't
got
think
some
with that finish.
fruity
it can
notes.
be.
It's got some grain notes there. There is a lot happening on that. That's actually fantastic. Now, decision time for you guys, and I'm talking to the people listening here. You know, is it worth $200? That's going to be up to you. That's hard for us to define. You know, that's a lot for a bottle. But if you're looking for a special bottle, I think this is special. I think that this may qualify, and I don't think you're wrong with that. I'll tell you what. We do Thirsty Thursdays here where people bring in bottles and share them. If someone had this, I'd be like, let's crack that baby open. Let's drink this. This is good stuff. It's
Yeah,
really
it
good
is.
whiskey.
And there's people now paying more for lesser whiskey
Yes.
than this for sure.
Yeah.
When you're talking about unicorns that people are chasing, I don't want to go into names, whatever. But
Well, I'll go into one.
Blanton's.
I'll go to one. Yeah, if someone says, "Hey, $200, you can either have this bottle of Jypsi or this bottle of Blanton's," I'm going to take the Jypsi
all day long.
all day
It's
long.
solid.
This is very good whiskey. This is. It's worth way more than that Blanton's is. It again, Blanton's is just this cult following. It's a weird thing. I don't even understand why people would buy that for that. But this is really good stuff. So interesting. I like the fact that Eric Church has gone out on a limb here. I mean, this is not easy to do. Even when, I'm sure he has a good fan base. I have no idea how popular this guy is, but this is like, hey, let's make some really good whiskey. Let's not just slap our name on here and go the safe route and come out with a $40 whiskey that is just bad. But
So are you looking forward to future releases that he
Yeah,
might come out
yeah.
with this brand?
Heck
Like,
yeah, this is good. This is impressive. So
I mean, listen, this has a feel like Little Book
yeah,
with his blends, and that's going to be, I think, a trend. Like, hell, blending is trending, Steve.
blending is trending. Yeah,
And but you know, there's people who are better at it than others, and these guys are doing it right. For
this
sure.
is good. So hats off to Eric Church for getting involved in this. I know he has a business partner. I don't know his name off the top of my head. Darren's going to look this up for us.
You want
No,
to
go ahead. No, go ahead. This is all you.
Raj Aliva.
Raj Aliva.
Okay, shout out to him as well.
Shout out to Raj. And, of course, shout out to Ari Sussman. I mean, he's a great guy, and he's the guy who I'm sure on the whiskey sides calling the shots. So very good stuff. Really appreciate them sending this to us, and I like it.
I do too.
I do like it.
Good job.
All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Bourbon Adventures. Also, several days a week at the ABV Barrel Shop.
All right. Yeah, some days just by yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Sundays, Monday, Tuesday.
That's
just
your day.
me.
That's your day all the time. So, yeah,
All Darren, all the time.
all Darren all the time. All right, Jim, how about you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot. Find me on Instagram at FosJim. Or you can find me Wednesday through Saturdays here at the ABV Barrel Shop, and occasionally keeping Darren company on the other days.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop, at a minimum. Sign up for our email distribution. That's where you know what's going on in the shop. It is abvbarrelshop.com. There's a form right on the main page. Check it out. Please get involved in the show. Leave us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. That's pretty darn important to us. And if you like what we're doing, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network, and you can be part of the show as well. On that note, we'll let you go for now. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the Hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.